Among those Democrats, a rising political star who came to the Lowcountry to drum up support in South Carolina. News 3's Andrew Davis was there for Pete Buttigieg's presidential campaign event in Okatie, and he is joining us now from the Lowcountry newsroom with a wrap-up.
Well, he may not be the front runner, but Pete Buttigieg's personality and politics have drawn a lot of attention from voters in the early primary states. Now South Carolina's primary is looming. He's looking for support in the Lowcountry. He started today in Okatie.
And I think part of the function of the presidency is to set a tone, a moral tone for the country. More than we realize, we've depended on a president to not act in certain harmful ways or racist ways.
Those were the words of presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg as he spoke to a Latino coalition in Okatie. He admitted there is a divide currently in the country, but says it's not as wide as you might think.
We have a strong American majority on immigration reform, on health care, on raising wages, on supporting workers, on gun safety. I mean, things where Democrats used to be on defense. There's an American majority, if we can keep it. And engaging that majority, I think, helps us then with the bigger project of uniting the American people.
Instead of running in the interest of one party, he says he wants to make sure everyone is included.
Division is more useful to them than the achievement would be. For my White House, the reverse would be true. We are depending on a more unified America.
A conversation at this table which focused on issues facing Latinos, ranging from immigrations to helping Puerto Rico and beyond.
We're graduating nurses with DACA, and they cannot get a nursing license in the state of South Carolina.
Buttigieg didn't offer specifics, but did promise to address all these issues in his first term. Words he hopes ring true with this small group, as he's been struggling to secure those Latino and African-American votes here and throughout the country.
We're reaching out to constituencies that maybe won't find their way to me on their own, that we've got to come to the table first, build that relationship, build that trust, and I think that's campaigning at its best.
In the last polls, Buttigieg actually rose 5 points in Iowa, standing just behind Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, and Joe Biden. He plans to step up his campaign here in South Carolina, starting with these small groups before graduating to larger events ahead of the February primary. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3.